On today's show, keep your eyes open, staring at the opponent in front of you. Mavs versus Hawks. Who's going to come out with the better package for Anthony Davis? We'll tell you today's Locked On Mavs.
This is Cooper Flagg, and you're listening to Locked On Mavs.
I think that's a good question.
Good morning, Isaac. All these changes, I still got my dog, Dwight Powell.
Your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast.
No one's dying.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a city like that.
And welcome. You're locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for over 10 years. Thanks for being an everydayer, making Locked On Mavs your first listen to the Locked On Podcast Network, the #1 sports podcast network. Joining me, as always, my co-host, media member covering the Mavs for over 10 years, right alongside me, the stare-down dude, the one more thinking. What you got for me, Isaac Harris?
Well, I hate the sport of football, American football. It's the worst thing on this whole planet. I'm a huge Ravens fan. Been a Ravens fan my entire life since I was like 12 years old. So this capper on this season was the worst possible thing. So
Insane.
now I just gotta sit here and look forward to what this next trade deadline season's gonna look like for Dallas. So it should be fun.
And I would say welcome back to Cowboys fans, but I'm pretty sure at this point you've jumped ship and you've made the move at this point in this season.
Yeah, you've been gone. You've been off that shit
if you haven't, you're listening still to Locked On Cowboys every day for like their draft coverage and offseason. Like you're just too locked in anyway.
Too locked in. This is also my first episode with you since the DLS post game I did. Guys, I did not go over DLS.
Actually, can we share why you did that?
Kevin was off. I was over there visiting with Bobby before the game.
Sabotage.
And I was like, hey. And then after I'd committed to it and all the stuff, Nick was like, hey, Slightly's out tonight. I was like, uh-oh.
Slightly was very upset about the Texas Tech blowout. He was very mad. So he was like, I'm out.
That game sucked.
That was terrible too. Today's episode, we're going to get into the Mavs and Hawks rumors. Back and forth, staring contest between the two. There's new stuff that came out. We'll talk about all of it. Then we'll talk about the best assets for a rebuild. We'll get into some of that kind of stuff. And then we'll talk about Cooper Flagg's rookie wall because Jason Kidd said a weird thing, and I want to talk about it a little bit more.
Oh my God, what a weird thing.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's start here, Isaac Harris. More rumors are coming out all the time, and it seems like the Hawks are the best landing spot for Anthony Davis. One of the rumors that really piqued my interest was that Mark Stein, in his Substack that every Mavs fan should be subscribed to, said that it all suggests that Anthony Davis wouldn't simply be dispatched somewhere without a level of collaboration with his camp, with more than one whisper relayed to us in recent days to suggest that Rich Paul, Anthony Davis' agent, would be high on Atlanta as a potential destination for his client if trade talks got serious. We've been talking about the Mavs side of this. They have Anthony Davis. He's valuable to them in a way. Obviously, he was part of the Luka trade. Obviously, he's a top 15 player when he plays, all that. Got a big contract, and the Mavs want to kickstart this rebuild and all that. The Hawks have this Trae Young piece that we'll probably talk about. That's this weird thing. They're playing well. They got Jalen Johnson. That's a young, exciting player. They got some pieces, but they want to win now. But they've got reason and there's some desperation to try and get somebody and to move somebody in there. And so we got both these two sides of it. There is now there's also this third piece. We keep talking about, you did a show the other day about a potential Anthony Davis extension and the talks between the team and the agency and the representation about, well, would he go into next season without an extension? Would he do a team friendly extension? What would he do? All those kinds of things. The agent being involved in this could help the Mavericks on both sides, because if Rich Paul wants Anthony Davis to go to Atlanta, he can push it on both sides. Jalen Johnson is a clutch client. Like that is something that agents can work as the weird mediator between the two on these trades. And that's why you see all these reporters reporting all these things that agents tell them, because they want to try to push some of this stuff forward.
Yeah, the Rich Paul part of the equation was the part that we didn't know in this.
Right.
As far as what we knew, that he's going to, going to be pushing for an extension. He wants that in next summer, August. I think is the first time he could officially sign that extension, but he's probably going to be negotiating that next summer. But we didn't know really what the teams or who he would be happy with, Rich Paul and Anthony Davis. So that was honestly my biggest takeaway from Stein's, Sunday Substack, that I think a lot of people's takeaway was, oh, they're at like a standstill or nothing. There's no momentum right now, which I think is just posturing. Like, I don't think it means that like, it's just like where they're at. It's a staring contest. But the most telling part of that was like Rich Paul, like it was like, oh, ding, here we go. Here's the Rich Paul's high on Atlanta for Anthony Davis, because what do we do? What do we know? We know that the Mavs are open for business. That was the thing I asked Mark Stein the other day. He's like, the Mavs are open for business. They're shopping, Anthony Davis, some of these guys. So we know they're shopping AD and they're open for business. We know that the Hawks are very interested, and we know that the Hawks are willing in some capacity to give up their first overall pick from 2 years ago, Zacharie Risacher. And then it's like Risacher, my bad. Sorry.
You almost got it. I was almost real proud of you.
I know.
I was proud of you. And then I was more proud of you for coming back and fixing it.
We know the Mavs don't want Trae Young, right?
Right.
And we know that Rich Paul's high on Atlanta for AD. So those are the things in this equation that we know. Mavs are shopping, Hawks what they're willing to give up. Mavs don't want, and the Hawks are interested in AD. Mavs don't want Trae. Rich Paul's high for AD. What's the holdup then? So then it's like, well, what is like holding this? What is creating this staring contest between the two sides? I think you're looking at two things. I think you've seen Chris Mannix the other day say, hey, he knows for a fact the Mavericks have been trying to get this Pelicans pick from the Atlanta Hawks. And if the Mavs are probably sitting there saying, hey, we still got 4 weeks until the trade deadline. If the Mavs are in no rush, their ask is this Pelicans pick and who knows what else. You got the Hawks on this side saying, hey, our cap situation, like they want to probably find a home for Trae Young. So I think the biggest holdup in all of this is, will the Mavs lower their price, and can Atlanta find a third home for Trae Young to open up that salary? So now, can Atlanta still do the expiring contracts of KP and Kennard and stuff and make it happen? Yes, but then you're getting really weird with money stuff. They're becoming a super high payroll team next summer. So I think that's the holdup right now, the staring contest of what gives first. And yeah, is Atlanta looking at Dallas and saying, hey, we're not giving you the Pelicans pick unless you meet this criteria, and we could talk about that criteria in a little bit, or is it, are they looking at Dallas saying, you got to find the third home for Trae Young? And because we're not doing AD without Trae.
Go do our work for us.
Yeah. So I think it's just a staring. I don't think it's by no means, we got a Q&A question today on our insider program is like, hey, you think this is like wavering or losing momentum? I was like, I don't think it's losing momentum or wavering at all. I think it's just two sides with time to spare before a deadline, just in a staring contest to each other.
One of the best things I learned, I did this thing at NBA Summer League back in 2016, and they had a bunch of GMs come. Adam Silver came and spoke and all this. And one of the things I think it was Donnie Nelson actually that came and spoke and said this: nothing gets done in the NBA without a deadline. Nothing. And that's why that you have this big rush of moves at the end of some kind of deadline, is because these teams can just go back and forth. And the Mavs are in no rush to do this move this year, right? Until the deadline. That's their rush. They should be. They should be, but they can go into the offseason with Anthony Davis.
They can, but I don't think they should.
You've got the draft and free agency before that extension talks even actually start, right?
True. Yeah.
So they could do that. That's their negotiation side of it. It's like, hey, we're in no rush. We're over here, standing over here. The Hawks, they have this Trae Young thing to figure out. They may not be in a rush necessarily either to make this kind of move, but they may want to capitalize on some of the pieces that they have right now. And your window closes with some of these guys quick.
I want to zag for a second, and maybe coming up after the break, we can zag, because I want to flip it a little bit back to you of saying, if you're Dallas, what would you be willing to do to get the Pelicans pick? And I want to throw at you a couple options.
Moves to get that coming up. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks daily fantasy made easy. You can go check out Prize Picks right now. And whether you're starting a new routine or jumping into player projections for the first time, trying something new can feel like a challenge. But with Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right with high-pressure football matchups every weekend, like the Ravens and Steelers. Elite hoops action almost every night. The action never slows down. Prize Picks lets you stay in control. Prize Picks is daily fantasy app that lets you make watching sports that much more fun. You can go check out like this game Knicks against the Pistons coming up tonight on Monday. If you're listening to this, Brunson 28.5 points. I can pick. Let's go more on that against the Pistons. Cade Cunningham 28.5 points. Let's go less on that for Cade, just for the sake of it. And then you go down, you get some other ones. You got Karl Anthony Towns 21.5. I'm not going to touch that one. Let's go Towns 8.5 rebounds. There's a special one where you can only pick more on that. So let's do more on that for the Towns rebound. So you put all those things together, finalize a lineup. You could do all this stuff and it can pay out big. Right now, if I did this, paid $20, I could win $75 on that. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use the code LOCKEDONNBA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNBA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad. That's what we call our listeners, listening every day. We've got the text line. Isaac mentioned it earlier. He was doing a Q&A with the text line. You subscribe to that, you get text alerts from us. Every rumor we'll ever hear, we'll send out to you. We'll give our thoughts immediately. We go there first, before Twitter, before the show, before anything. And so we'll send those out to you. We'll give game updates.
Give a shout out to Andrew, too, on Discord, who wrote us tonight saying, hey, I'm giving up social media for a while, and you are my only source for Mavs news through subtext and Discord right now.
We could tell him anything.
I know.
We could tell him anything, and Andrew would think that the Mavs, they traded Anthony Davis and they got Jaylen Brown. You'd be like, what?
Luka's back, and
we could tell him anything on there. Yeah, but it is a good way. If you do want to get off Twitter, it's becoming more and more toxic, more things happening in the world. That's something that you can absolutely do, is we will be there for you to find the news and to send it to you, the stuff that you need to know.
Blue Sky's still there.
Still there if you want to go check out Blue Sky. Is the sky still blue over there? I don't know if it's as blue. It feels like it's gray over there.
We got to move past that one.
One of the other things about this report, real quick before you get into the Pelicans pick options, is that Stein reported that sources with knowledge of Atlanta's thinking have signaled this week to multiple outlets, including this one. The Hawks do not believe in an in-season swing for Davis meets the parameters when it comes to Zacharie Risacher, that they don't want to trade Risacher for Anthony Davis. It's just another negotiation tactic to me that they're just trying to throw in there, like, hey, you guys want this Pelicans pick? Listen, that's a better asset. We're not even going to give you Risacher in this. Like, we're lowering it down to this. It's like the posturing from both sides. You can kind of feel it.
I just love, once again, once you understand where some of the sides are coming from the report in the reporting wars, it is, it's like the secret wars here. It's like you kind of understand some of the
Avengers team, the Fantastic Four team, the Guardians team.
Well, it's like when those, when the list of 3 teams was thrown out there by Shams of interest in Davis, and it's like Detroit and something. I'm like, all right, just post the screenshot from Rich that sent you the text of, hey, these 3 teams are interested, and then you get, Stein is very plugged in with the Mavs, has been for years, and you got the Mavs that will reach out to Stein or McMahon or whoever, and give that perspective, and so you get that, some perspective there, and the Hawks are chiming in with those guys too. So it's just like they're gonna report what they've been told, and then you kind of read between the lines on. They can't determine if a team is telling the truth or not. So
they try to, though, for sure.
Yeah,
sometimes they don't report stuff, right? I've heard things from reporters that they're like,
sure.
Hey, a team told me this. I was not going to report it because I didn't believe it. So they have to try and parse through it. So they try and engage what it is. But then, we have to try and assess some of this stuff too. But this Pelicans pick is I think the most valuable asset that the Mavs could get out there. I started looking through some of the teams, the Hawks, the Warriors, the Raptors, and I think that Pelicans pick is the most valuable asset the Mavs could get because of how quick they would get that young player to fit with Cooper Flagg, because that player needs to get up to speed with Flagg, the goodness of this draft, like all those things. So what are ways the Mavs could get this Pelicans pick? Because at this point, we've kind of poo-pooed it. So many people have asked us about it. We've said there's just no way they can. There's no way they would give it up, I don't think. But maybe there are some ways if they get desperate enough.
Well, I think a lot of times we look at it and it's just like, oh, okay, this is what Dallas is ascending Anthony Davis or one of those vets. And it's like, all right, well, Atlanta's not going to give you the pick for that. Okay, well, let's take it a step further. What could Dallas do to get that pick? How? And so I'll ask you, it's like, would you be willing to give up Max Christie for that pick?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. Would you be willing to give up the future 2031 unprotected pick?
I don't know why I thought you were going to say like the future arena site. You'll give up 10% of the
Irving property.
The Irving property, like the monetization from that. Say it again.
Would you give up the future 2031 pick unprotected?
Oh, the problem with the 2031 one is Flagg's max extension kicks in 2029, 30. So you're like, that's like year 2 of his max. Yeah. So you're like, I might do that because I would rather get something now to have a runway with Flagg than wait that long to try and have something.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. Would you be willing to take on a bad contract to get it?
Depends on how bad. I mean, how bad the Atlanta Hawks don't have. What do they have?
All right. Well, here we go.
Oh,
let me give a couple options. All right. Let's just stay Atlanta, Dallas. What if Dallas is like, what if Atlanta says, hey, you got to give us your 2031 first, and you got to give us Max Christie.
Okay.
With Anthony Davis.
Oof.
And
to get that Pelicans pick.
And we'll trade you Porzingis, Kennard, Risacher, and the Pelicans first.
Man. It's tough.
So if
it feels tough. You're like, man, we netted 0 picks.
If you're Atlanta, yeah, you're just putting it down the road and hoping that Mavs pick will be good later on. Atlanta's obviously wanting to be good now because, hey, if you trade for Anthony Davis, it's a win now, timeline.
Right.
So, Atlanta would be swapping out Risacher for Max Christie in the rotation, which I think Max Christie's a better player than Risacher. And
right now, for sure.
And then they're swapping out Porzingis and Kennard. Porzingis not even playing for Anthony Davis. That's a big upgrade. So
huge.
Would Dallas do it? I would do it.
You give me your why you would do it.
Because I am so high on this draft right now. Can you pull up Tankathon for a second and just tell me where that Pelicans pick is?
Right now, they're 2.
Okay, so
let me give it a spin. Okay, they fell to 6. Are you still in it?
Yeah. So if I'm just so high on this draft and where you're at with Cooper now, I think to be able to look at this draft and to say, man, we got 2 out of the top 5 or 6 picks in this draft, to come out of this draft with a potential of a DeBonsa and a Caleb Wilson, which we do. I like a Darren Peterson and a Caleb Wilson to go alongside Cooper Flagg.
You knew he was going to give the Carolina guy first.
Well, I'm just I think that is such and I love Max Christie. The first, you hope that you're good enough, 5 years from now that you don't, that pick's going to be a bad pick. But, and then you're adding whatever you get in Risacher on top of that too. And if Lively can stay healthy, and all of a sudden here's your young core of Cooper Flagg, Cooper Flagg, Darren Peterson, Caleb Wilson, Risacher, and Dereck Lively. And it's all right, that's what you're looking at with the Spurs and Houston. And these are stuff what we were looking at last year. So I think I would do it just because of where the Mavs timeline is. Let me go a step further with this as far as the bad contract part.
Yeah.
Once again, how willing are you to get this Pelicans pick?
Test me.
So let's loop Trey into this and let's loop Sacramento into this. And so let's say the Hawks get Anthony Davis and Malik Monk.
Yeah.
And they get a first from the Kings, a future first, not this 2026 one, a future first.
It's valuable.
So you're basically looking at the Hawks and saying, hey, if we find another team that will take Trey and will give you another first to swap out with the Pelicans pick.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do this? And you're like, hey, well, why would Sacramento do this? Why would Sacramento pay a valuable first to get Trey Young? Well, their part in this is they would be doing a reset of their cap because they would be sending Zach LaVine and Dennis Schroeder to Dallas.
Oh.
So if you're Dallas, would you take on Zach LaVine and Dennis Schroeder's contract to get the Pelicans pick?
All right. So the Zach LaVine contract is basically the same as Trey Young. It's 47 this year, 48.9 player option the year after that. I think he's going to take that one.
Probably going to pick that up.
Probably going to pick that.
Dennis Schroeder
is $14 million this year, 14.8 the year after that, and then $15 million, but it's non-guaranteed. It's only guaranteed $4 million that year. So the contracts are not as bad as hey, we're taking on a 4-year as the Jakob Poeltl contract that we've talked about, where it kicks in, he's making $25 million, he's already got back problems. It's not that bad.
The Kings would be trading Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, and Dennis Schroeder all like, decent sized money there, and a first round pick to get Trae Young, Porzingis, and Max Christie.
Still got to give him Max.
Yeah. So Dallas, you're trading what? You're trading Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and you'd be getting Zach LaVine, Schroeder, and the Pelicans pick.
So you're really only getting the Pelicans pick as like a real asset.
Pretty much. This is the type of stuff, though. I mean, I'm sure you could pick that apart, whatever. But this is the type of stuff, though. It's like, is there scenarios if the Pelicans pick is just the Mavs have to have it? Are you willing to take on a contract like a Zach LaVine? Are you willing to give up a Max Christie? Are you willing to give up the future 2031 first to try to get this Pelicans pick? How valuable is that Pelicans pick to you?
One more thing. Is there a scenario where you take on Trae Young if you're the Mavs?
To get the Pelicans pick? Sure.
We gotta find a place for Trae Young. And they're like, hey, what if it's Dallas?
Somebody asked that today in the Insider Program thing to me, and I was like, yes, you do that trade right now. Let Trae play out some of this season. It's not helping Atlanta win. Probably not going to help you win. And then just flip Trae somewhere in the offseason.
AD and D'Lo for Trae Young, Kennard, and the Pelicans pick. Boom.
Sign me up.
You'd call it in?
Call it in. If taking
Trae
Trae Young means getting
just freaking out.
If Trae Young taking Trae Young for the next 5 months means getting the Pelicans pick, then sure. Like
what? Yeah, the thing about his contract, he's got a player option next year. Is he going to turn that down? Is he going to?
If he declines it, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
This would be a weird trade. We've seen these trades every once in a while in the NBA where it's like both players should have all this value. They're max players. They've been all-stars. They've been in playoff games, but they really don't have value, but they get traded for each other. And you go, oh, there you go. It was both valuable to the other team because now they got traded for each other. We've seen that before.
Trae doesn't fit with Kyrie. There's no scenario in which he fits. So don't be sitting there like trying to see something like, I don't know, next season. No, don't be trying to do that.
Guard.
But I think there would be enough team if he picks up his option, assuming that he does.
Yeah,
he would be an expiring $49 million, whatever it is, and it's like I think there would be a team interested this summer. So, can I just say one quick point for Atlanta, real quick? One more thing. I would be trying to get Asa Newell over Risacher if possible.
20 years old, just got drafted.
I mean, Risacher's 22, but 20 also. But which I'm not out on Risacher. I'm probably a little higher on that move than what some people are out there with Risacher. Some people are like, I'm out, don't like him at all.
He's a 3-and-D guy that doesn't 3 and doesn't D.
I'm a little bit more higher on that swing of like swinging for him than probably most.
Coming up, Jason Kidd.
Oh, yes.
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
What did he say that about? That's probably my tease right there. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by Quo. New year, new you, new systems. This is the time when a lot of us look at the messier parts of how we run a business and think there's got to be a better way than this. We're thinking that about the cap sheets right now. We're talking this about trades and all kinds of things. Streamlining your communication is one of the quickest upgrades you can make. That's why today's episode is brought to you by Quo, Quo, the smarter way to run your business communication. Your whole team can call and text from one shared business number, so nothing gets mixed. Because when your team is reachable, organized, and communicating in one place, you're not just working cleaner, you're creating more opportunities to connect with customers, which is what everybody that's in business needs to do. Connect with customers, make sure that they keep coming back. We do that with you. Keep making sure you guys come back to the show. Quo's smart AI tools automatically log calls, summarize conversations, highlight next steps, so details never slip through the cracks. It's no surprise that Quo is the #1 rated phone business system on G2, trusted by more than 90,000 businesses. From solar operators to growing teams. Make this year the year where no opportunity and no customer slip away. Try Quo for free. Plus, get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/LockedOnNBA. QUO.com/LockedOnNBA. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
All right, Isaac. So last night, before the game, Jason Kidd was asked about Cooper Flagg's rookie wall, and he was asked the question. It just seems like Cooper Flagg may be hitting this rookie wall, and it's his question. He had 2 rough games. This was before the game against the Rockets. He then had another kind of tough game shooting wise. And so you're like, oh, is he hitting this rookie wall? And
Can I give an opinion about the rookie wall real quick before we go like fun mode?
I did a bonus show about the rookie wall and all that. I don't think he's hitting the rookie wall. I think he's tired. He's played a ton of minutes. He's 7th in the NBA in minutes right now, which is wild. But Jason Kidd had an answer about it. But yeah, what do you think about the concept, the idea of a rookie wall?
Okay, I don't mean to be condescending about it at all because we got multiple questions about this on the Insider program today on our subtext. Who cares? Who cares about a rookie wall? They're not going to be a playoff team. It's not like they're trying to like ultimately win a ton of games right now. And we've already seen the ceiling or like the glimpses of what a ceiling of Cooper Flagg is going to be. Like if Cooper Flagg does hit a air quote rookie wall and has like a slump for the next 3 weeks, does that change our outlook on him as a prospect? No. Does it change the outlook of the team this year? No. So like for me, like somebody wrote in today is like, are you worried about? I'm like, I'm not worried at all because I don't care. Like I don't think it means anything if he has a slump or something. Like he is amazing, and I think he's going to be an amazing face of the league type of player for years to come. So hits the rookie wall or does whatever Jason Kidd wants him to do to the rookie wall. I don't think it changes anything, the team or him.
It's just one of those things that you report on. It's like, all right, this is happening. We're telling you that this is happening. Is this what's happening? He's struggling. Why is he struggling? Oh, he's hitting this rookie wall. Now, how does he get through it? Now, how does he talk about it? It's like, okay, is what it is. So Jason Kidd apparently does think that he is hitting the rookie wall because he said this about the rookie wall, and just pay attention to that first thing that he says.
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
Oh my God.
He's got to embrace it.
Can we just take a second? This is all I wanted to do at the end of this show here. Are we deep enough in the show for me to ask, what was he thinking about saying this?
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
He's talking about the wall, saying like the analogy is that the wall is a real physical object that he can literally touch. He's got to touch it, he's got to rub it, and he's got to hold it. How do you hold the wall? He's got to hold the wall. First of all, holding the wall, you're on the other side of the wall, holding it back from somebody trying to get through the wall, right? Like hold the door from Game of Thrones. Like hold on. I don't understand the analogy or why he said it.
This instantly goes to like a top 3 Kid quote. And we've had some.
Can we rank them right now?
Oh, no, because we have too many.
I apologize that you felt that he should have played more.
Great one. The context of it may be better than the actual quote itself.
But
I'm not playing. I'm watching, just like you guys.
All-timer. An incredible one.
Yeah, but then he had the Luka one of like, I want to touch the car.
I want to touch the car.
I want to get underneath the hood. And just some all-time weird quote. This one, though, I mean, I just laughed out loud when I like, what?
I read it. I saw Noah Weber tweet out he always tweets out the video and then the paragraph of what he said, and I go, he has to have mistaken it. Like, there's no way he said that.
I mean, we were joking before. I was like, all right, who's the first person to J Kidd here post presser? Who's the first person that tells him, dog, you can't say that?
Wait,
like,
say what?
What?
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
Okay, he's definitely getting blasted in a group text right now.
You got to be careful with the adjectives and the verbs we use for the rest of the show.
The group text with some like teammates, he had to, I mean.
Is Dirk texting him? Is Dirk texting him?
Dirk probably has to be. His son has to be one of the first people that's just like, Dad, what did you do?
Dad, why? Like,
what? You can't do that.
And kid goes, what? He's like, you can't use those 3 things together.
If I was a teammate of Cooper, if I was on the team, I would be joking with Coop all the time. Like, bro, have you touched and rubbed it and like held it? Like, it's your rookie season.
Coop, are you over there touching it, rubbing it, or holding it?
What is he doing?
We have so many uses for this now.
Really?
What does this Mavs team have to do to get a foul, right? They tried to go for this intentional foul at the end of the game. What do they have to do?
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
We could do so many things.
I feel like this is like Jafar talking to Aladdin about the lamp or something. Like,
wait, how does the genie come out of it? Hold on. How do you get the genie out of the lamp?
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, kid.
Then you get 3 wishes. And to get out of the cave, you get, I want to know where he gets the analogies from. Is it like a family heritage thing? Is this like a family, what's the thing you can like send in online and like get your like heritage and everything?
The
and figure out.
23andMe?
Yeah, like is this something where like throughout history in your family line that analogies were like a
His last name
thing?
is Kid, so maybe he was kidding about this, but this is
No, okay. Play the clip again. The video. The video.
You want the whole clip?
I want the video. Look at his
want the whole
face.
thing?
Look at the face when he says it.
You want all of it?
Yeah, if you could just hold it and rub it. Here you
He's
go.
got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
Look at it. Look at the face.
He's got
You
to
know, he
embrace it.
pauses. He
How?
pauses at the end.
How do
Hold
you
on.
do that?
Hold it.
He pauses. He has the deer in the headlights look. Like his face doesn't change. He goes, "Oh my god, what did I just say?"
But is it what did I just say? Or is it like he's just going along with it? And I'm like,
Well, he
how do
has
you
to
have
now.
that straight face?
He's committed. He's committed to this weird analogy. And he has to just do it.
There's not even a smirk though. Like I respect that so much. Of
He
like
does have dry sense of humor.
it had to trigger something in here.
Every once in a while, I'll be in a kid presser, and he'll say something like tongue in cheek, and nobody will laugh at it. And I'll be like, "That was supposed to be funny." Like he was
good.
And then he'll just say, he'll just say a joke or something like, "God, I'm just kidding, guys," or something like that, or. But
You
this one,
can't-
I mean, this was just with a straight face. Like watch the face on this. Like
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it. He's got to embrace it.
we don't leave
can't-
the end part
no.
on there, too. It's the first 3. He stops. He goes, "Oh my god, what did I just say?" And then he said "embrace," which actually.
You can't say the combination of touch, rub, and hold at all.
Does this quote
At all.
Does this quote make you lose confidence in Jason Kidd as a coach?
This is the most like first take thing ever. How does this affect LeBron's legacy?
Does it change his legacy as the Mavericks coach? Would this change your opinion on Jason Kidd, the potential GM of the Dallas Mavericks?
No. I mean, we know he lies to us
Are
all
free
the
agents
time.
going to listen to this?
No. We know he lies to us all the time.
I
So
always tell you guys the truth.
he's just mastered the deadpan. Like I'm just gonna say the most off the wall things.
My board is going to be filled of Jason Kidd quotes by the end of this.
Just one page of it is just
By
gonna
the end
Kidd.
of, I don't know what this is, by the way. The end of this show, the end of Jason Kidd as the coach. I mean, if he becomes the GM, I just keep filling it with more quotes.
And I mean, Dumont wants the next GM to be like talking to the media more. So
he's like, all right, I'll be more personable. I'll have more. He's been trying to reach out to people a little bit more. He congratulated Dwayne for like making this Hall of Fame recently. He's been trying to be more personable with people. And then now he's like, let me be more personable with analogies and things like that. Let me just try to be more relatable. And so I'll just say,
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
that might have just lost him the GM job. Like Dumont might hear that and it's like, he can't be in front of a mic.
you're Patrick Dumont. Do you listen to that quote and change your opinion on Jason Kidd as a GM? If you're Patrick Dumont, hold on, let me just rephrase it. If you're Patrick Dumont, loyal listener of this show, do you listen to this? Do you listen to this quote?
He'd probably take that over a secret media roundtable. That and cluster.
Well, he kind of called for the roundtable. So.
Oh my gosh.
I think we know that at this point.
Just thank you, Jason Kidd, for that drop.
In a season like this,
him up.
where terrible things happen and like weird things happen,
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
it's just a gift every year. The 2023 season was the same way. We got this one in 2023.
I'm not playing. I'm watching, just like you guys.
Oh, that's so good.
Nobody's dying. Remember that one?
We got that one. I don't have that one anymore. This is my all-time favorite, though.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
That one is from
guy.
a practice. I think that was a practice from like the 2024 season.
Just keep it up, kid.
He's got to touch it. He's got to rub it and hold it.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs. We appreciate each and every one of you for checking out the show. We'll have a post game against the Sacramento Kings coming up. Well, I don't know if I want them to win or lose that. Thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs.
I can't believe you said that.
Peace out. Boom.
No.